and I know exactly what they're going to say before they say it. They're so predictable. They're
Yeah.
so they're so shallow with their thinking that once you start diving into the details, then the devil shows his face, and the dark side of veganism is actually any
Yeah.
vegan that wants to debate me will actually be helping the demise of veganism, because I fully intend to, and I absolutely will destroy any vegan that wants to debate me over at the Crucible. I will leave them in a pool of green goo, is what they will be when I get through with them.
I agree. I agree
And
because
AIDS is
you
going to
start
be the second example of that.
you started with actually the most difficult premise just before I go. Yeah. Anyways, guys. So these are the three debates: episode 1, 2, and 3. By the third, we're about 40 minutes into it, and basically, JD made an analogy, and the analogy it was a pecan you used, right? So he basically in relation to soy, because the vegan had, anyways, these are the three debates. I can take the screen share down. This is event 201. We can check that out, but here, I'll stop the screen. But yeah, 0 to 40 minutes, it starts out, Ali gives statistics from Our World in Data, right? That is funded by Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, as well as another one that's something climate. So it's totally, in the narrative about the climate and CO2 emissions and all of those shenanigans. Implying that 80% or something of the soy is fed directly to the animals. That was the statistics. So JD, first of all, did mention that, well, there's a bias there. Bill Gates is heavily involved in replacement meat, lab grown meat, fake vegan slop. Like that is a fact, and he is buying up a lot of farmland, and so JD kind of eliminated the bias of that. I noticed like Jeffrey totally downplayed what he's just a rich guy. Wasn't really, he was totally downplaying the fact that the World Economic Forum has no influence over anything that's happened. Bill Gates, nothing to do. They're just rich guys. When we mentioned that he's purchasing a lot of land, he said, well, there's some land that is for livestock. And it's like, fine, he's not making his move yet. He's going to buy every single kind of land. Who knows what he's going to do with it in the end?
Let's talk about the definition of a hostile takeover, right? Just because you buy cattle ranches doesn't mean that you're trying to make a profit from cattle. You could very well be doing a hostile takeover, in which the history of that is the entity, the corporate entity that's threatening the livelihood of free market, is going to go in and purchase up the competition and shut them down. So just because Bill Gates, and like I said, I've not seen any evidence of this yet, but just because Bill Gates, even if he is, and let's see the proof. But and if you can show me that Bill Gates is buying cattle ranches, show me that Bill Gates is actually striving for beef profit, and then we can actually talk. But until Bill Gates has actually been proven to be trying to make money from beef and not buy beef out to shut them down, because he's got billions and billions of dollars invested in meat replacements, from lab grown meat, which is hugely environmentally destructive, to plant-based meat, which is also hugely environmentally destructive. Why would he be competing with himself? If he's buying a cattle ranch, he's probably shutting it down. He's probably just selling off whatever cattle is there, and then putting that acreage into
Yeah.
limbo.
Or for now, you could just be like, okay, well, we're not ready to make that big move yet. So yeah, of course, I'm going to make money on the livestock. It's kind of like I think pharmaceuticals do that. They'll buy a patent for a drug that's a competition to them, and they'll have the patent just so that they don't produce it, kind of thing. So Bill Gates will purchase a large amount of land, and then from there, he's just going to make money now. But in the end, once he has enough land, there's no secret that he's into all the plant-based stuff. What up, Jeffrey? I thought you said you couldn't come on.
No, I had a prior engagement, but it's gone.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
So Garland, how much does Bill Gates have invested?
I don't know.
You said billions.
I'll check.
It's not billions. You can check, but it's definitely not billions. And he doesn't own Impossible. He's just invested in some of it.
How much?
I wanted to read you guys something real quick.
Yeah.
Our livestock investments support smallholder livestock keepers in sub-Saharan Africa and South Asia in their efforts to sustainably raise healthy, productive animals. For hundreds of millions of families across sub-Saharan Africa and South Asia, and livestock are the most valuable household asset and an irreplaceable source of a nutritious diet, especially for children. With regional demand for livestock products rapidly growing, access to better feeds, breeds, and veterinary services will be critical to managing sustainable production on smallholder farms, as well as ensuring that smallholder livestock can increase household income, improve nutrition, and expand economic opportunities for women. Our work in this area focuses on animal health, animal production, and animal systems. Our approach to livestock development seeks more effective national policy. Our approach to livestock development seeks more effective engagement by global and regional technical entities, more progressive and effective national policies, and more vibrant private sector that can reliably deliver affordable products and services to smallholder producers. Now, where do you think that came from?
Did it come from Bill Gates?
It did.
Okay. Can you go back and reread what he said about children?
Livestock are the most valuable household assets and an irreplaceable source of a nutritious diet, especially for children.
Okay. How does that compare to your line of reasoning?
Where's your evidence that Bill Gates is doing anything that you're saying he's doing?
I'm gonna check.
I'm not defending Bill Gates. I'm holding you accountable to the things you're saying.
I can pull that up.
You just said you've never heard of him having anything to do with cattle, yet right on the front page of his website, it talks about the billions they've put into livestock, of all things.
Okay, one thing,
and it's a pretty positive. That whole thing, that's not just like, oh, he's just buying up livestock to kill the competition. That's like,
can you read
decades of livestock being paid for.
Can you read me one more time what he said about the children?
No, you heard it the first and second time.
Didn't it say something about
nutritious
are necessary for children?
That's Bill Gates saying that he understands that livestock are nutritious foods. And that's evidence, real evidence.
Guys,
you don't have any evidence but conspiracy.
Jeffrey.
Okay,
Jeffrey, can I speak, Jeffrey?
Go ahead.
Okay. How does Bill Gates' position on livestock compare to yours?
I don't know. It has nothing to do with mine. This has nothing to do with me or the vegan argument. This has to do with you saying that all of those stats are completely worthless because Bill Gates was one of 7,000 people who put money into it.
Well, you know,
And then in order to invalidate my citations, you have to bring better citations than what I have, and you have to articulate why, using evidence, why my citations are not valid.
well,
And you did none of those things. Like, did you think that we had a debate on the Crucible? You didn't debate anything. You didn't prove anything. You just simply talked. You didn't bring any of your citations up. You didn't use any of that stuff. So the fact that you guys are all dancing around like we got slaughtered is absolutely fucking laughable. It's absolutely laughable.
Jeffrey,
you got slaughtered.
Jeffrey,
the debate's not over.
Wait,
the debate ends with people conceding.
1 second.
Conceding. There was no concessions in that debate.
Jeffrey, can you post that? Jeffrey, can you please post that article in the private chat?
It's on the front of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, right on the front page.
Yes, but I'm asking you to please post it in the private chat so I can share it with the audience.
Well, so we can see it.
It's on my phone. I'm on my computer. It's not.
You're on your phone and your
computer,
which means you can.
No, I just have a screenshot of it. I'd have to look it up, but you could find it just as fast.
You have a screenshot. Well, why don't you share that with us so that the audience can look at it?
Sure. Are you surprised by these statements that he's made?
No, it's because you're not giving us time to answer.
Okay, answer.
Okay, so
answer then.
Okay, sorry, Michelle. Bill Gates currently owns 242,000 acres. You can put up the share screen.
Do you think that's a lot?
Yeah.
You think 200,000 acres is a lot for someone to have?
200,000? 242,000? That's a big amount. And I don't think that he's finished. And then here, are you still share screening me?
What's that?
No, I'm just asking if JD's share screen.
Yeah, I'm just trying to. I had lots of share screens up here. I was trying to clean it up.
Yeah. I just want to let's get through the acreage one. So, and then after
242,000 acres.
Yeah,
I've made a video about it in the past.
So what is being shared? This isn't a very good day.
The statement I just made. Answer my question. Like, are you guys shocked by hearing that? Because it sounds like you guys had no clue that he was involved in anything livestock related. So if you have enough information that you can invalidate my sources by saying that he's a shareholder, you must have some sort of articulate. You got to articulate something. And show some evidence or something.
Can I show something?
Yes, I'm waiting.
So we got through the acreage. I don't know that. I would assume that a lot more probably.
What does that have to do with what I said? So the statement I made that's on Bill and Melinda Gates.
Well, you're saying here is it?
It had nothing to do with acreage.
Is it popped up, JD?
Hold on.
Yeah.
What do you say about that?
Okay, so is it popped up? Just let me go through it, Jeff. So, and let's try not to
popular mechanics
serve each other. Like say it. Let's say it relaxed. And I'm not saying that you're doing that. We're all kind of like.
So you're attacking the source.
Is this?
Why don't you guys answer my question?
Can I answer it?
No, yeah, but you're. This isn't answering my question. That's what happened. And again, like in the debate we had, we asked Garland several questions and he didn't answer them. If he was in a debate, he would have answered those questions, but he answered them with other questions that had nothing to do with the statements. In order to have a debate, you need two people who are willing to learn and willing to listen and actually study the citations and stuff like that. And Garland didn't come like that. He came. He came to talk shit about vegans, basically, and he started 20 seconds, 13 seconds into his opening statement, he started misgeneralizing us and miscategorizing us and saying, "Oh, all vegans believe this. That means that you guys believe this," and spent 4 minutes talking about acorns or something like that over and over again. Like a debate wasn't had. And if there was a debate that had, you guys didn't slaughter us.
Hey, Jeffrey.
You guys haven't even looked at our citations yet because you've invalidated them for no reason because of conspiracy theories.
Can I ask you a favor?
Are you guys surprised about the work the Gates Foundation is doing with livestock in Africa and Asia?
No, I'm not. I just said that he's buying up all kinds of land.
What does that have to do with the fact that the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation has been supporting livestock all around the world for decades?
Jeffrey, can I ask you?
You guys don't want to. It's like you're omitting stuff. You're like, oh, he's simply out there with his billions of dollars he's invested in Impossible Meat, which is absolutely not true. It's conjecture, and it's why you lost the other night.
Jeffrey, can I ask you a favor?
Take turns talking. Just mute him. And
Jeffrey, can I ask you a favor?
I'm not answering anything until you answer my questions.
So what's the question?
I answered.
Are you surprised by the thing I read? Because it sounded like you guys had no clue about Bill Gates Foundation and what he does with livestock. Can you mute him by what you guys were just talking about before I came up.
Jason, can you do me a favor?
What?
Can you read the headlines of these news articles?
News articles are not citations, Garland.
Can you please?
Those aren't studies to metadata. They're articles. Articles are worthless. Anecdotes. Articles are worth as much as your anecdotes were worth in that debate we had. Absolutely nothing.
We're gonna have to mute each other and allow people to talk. No,
I'll just go. You guys aren't gonna answer my question.
I'm trying, dude. Can I answer?
Okay. How?
Jeffrey, why don't you run off with your tail between your legs?
Articulate why.
Run away with your tail between your legs.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Run away with your tail between your legs. You don't want to address what's on the screen, do you?
I don't care what some articles Fox News wrote, dude. Come on. That's not meta. We came with meta studies. Do you know what meta studies are? Garland, answer my question. Do you know what a meta study is? Can you articulate what a meta study is?
We're going to have to mute each other just to talk.
Meta Jeffrey?
Articulate what a meta study is, Garland.
Well, it's a collection of garbage studies in your case.
Meta just means that it's an analysis of all of the studies that they gather, and then they find results.
And so how does someone who puts money into a meta study, how does that influence it? Like meta studies exist to eliminate financial and bad data, like data that's bad, and where corporations might put money into a study to make it go in their direction.
Dude.
Meta studies actually weed all that out. So explain to me how.
Wait. No, it doesn't.
Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation is influencing these studies.
All of that out. That is absolutely false, Jeffrey. Now you're lying again. You do not weed all of that out by doing a meta study.
Garland, how come you act like an angry vegan when you're in these debates? You can't help but calling people names and saying stuff and saying we're dishonest and generalizing us. Like, dude, just talk. You don't have to call me names.
This is not good. No one can hear a fucking thing. So either we mute each other and allow at least 2 minutes to say something, because we're just a bunch of retards now screaming at each other. I can't even understand, and no one else can. So can we act like adults for a second? You state something, talk for 2 minutes. Garland and me will shut up, and then just let Garland do 2 minutes and me. It's because it's not good. It's just, you know what I mean?
In order to invalidate my empirical data, you need to come with better data, and you have to be able to articulate with evidence why my data is bad. Saying Bill Gates funded this data is not how you can invalidate my data I came with. You have to articulate with evidence and have better data to back it up. You did none of those things in the debate. You simply said Bill Gates, and you thought you won. You danced around like you won.
Are you going to
I thought you guys were giving me my minute or two to talk. Now you're interrupting me, both of you.
Jason.
Okay, go ahead. I'll time
Jason, he has not linked yet. He has not given us a link yet.
It's the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation.
I don't care. I want
Google
you to give us a link to that.
Tell me when I can talk. Why are we okay? First of all, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation was just a side note to say there's possible bias. What was important was Garland talking about the statistics and saying, you know, the analogy about the component, the shell and the nut, saying that actually 90%
4 times. You needed to repeat it 4 times and spend 4 minutes.
Well, you guys weren't responding. If you look in the conversation, listen to what I'm saying. It had nothing to do with the
premise that we
agreed
to.
The question.
All of us agreed to a certain premise, and he spent 40 minutes of our debate talking about the wrong thing for the wrong premise.
Oh yeah, you're
talking about ethanol.
Your girlfriend railed on soybeans.
My girlfriend? You mean Allie, who you had a 2-hour discussion with? Why are you calling her my girlfriend when you know her name?
Eat all the crops. The cows eat all the crops. And then we look at it and that's bullshit.
Why are you looping back around to this subject when I'm talking about when I came here to talking about a specific thing?
Because I keep asking you to link us to
where is your evidence that anything, any study that Bill and Melinda Gates put money into is corrupt?
To link to this.
Where is your what does that have to do with anything?
You refuse to actually give us a link.
That site was not a study.
What site was not a study?
That was a statistical site, right? There was no study.
What site are you talking about?
The quote that you had from Bill Gates.
I didn't say that quote was a study.
The Bill and Melinda Gates thing.
No, I'm asking you for the source. Give us a link to the source.
Boom, right here.
We've been asking you for 15 minutes.
You could have found it in 2 seconds. Bill and Melinda Gates, livestock. You learn how to use Google.
I'm asking you for a link.
Yeah, but you could have given us the name.
It's up.
All right, pop it up, JD.
Well, I'm not even.
Bill and Melinda Gates comment didn't prove anything.
Evidence, dude. Show me evidence. I don't care what words are coming out of your mouth. Show me the evidence.
So
show me evidence.
What about if I give you the quoted words that he said about meat? What his thoughts are on meat? Would that be okay? Can I read it or? So technology review, Bill Gates, rich nations should shift entirely to synthetic beef. So what Bill Gates is saying is that the poor, and I'll read his exact quote.
But what he's actually doing is investing billions in livestock. Billions in livestock. Okay, not billions into synthetic beefs. Billions into livestock. You guys are not being intellectually honest when you're omitting all this stuff and telling all these people all these things when you have no evidence whatsoever to back them up but conspiracy theories.
Can I show it? Can I have my 2-3 minutes?
I'm going to mute myself for 3 minutes.
All right. Can I just show a couple of things, JD? Can you share my screen, please?
Yeah, just a sec. Are you there?
Yep.
Jeffrey, come back on. We need you to fill the dead air.
What are you talking about? He just told me to be quiet.
Yeah,
I just said I'm going to mute myself for 3
just
minutes.
waiting for you to share screen. Are you share screening, Jeff? Garland?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can see this?
Our world data. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So let me just give me 3 minutes and stuff like that. So our world and data. Our world and data is a research project, right? Global Change Data Labs and researchers from Oxford, blah, 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 blah. Here are the funds. That doesn't, I agree with Jeffrey, that doesn't freaking prove anything. That aspect of the Bill Gates thing was just an extra like, yeah, that site could be biased. The point is going after what Bill Gates directly says, right? So here it says, Gates wants us all eating synthetic beef made in labs from stem cells, meaning no more cattle ranching. From the MIT Technology Review interview with the utopian billionaire. This is what he says. I do not think all rich countries should move to 100% synthetic beef. You can get used to the taste difference. And the claim is they're going to make it taste even better over time. Eventually, the green premium is modest enough that you can change the behavior of people and use regulations to totally shift the demand. So they're using regulations to shift the demand. So for meat in the middle income and above countries, I do think it's possible, but it's one of those where, wow, you have to track it every year and see it. And the politics are challenging. There are all these bills that say it's got to be called basically lab garbage to be sold. They don't want us to label it beef. So I spoke to Gates in December about his new book, The Limits of Optimism, and how his thinking on climate change has evolved. Gates is an investor either personally or through breakthrough energy ventures in several of the companies he mentions below, including Beyond Meats, Carbon Engineering, Impossible Foods, Memphis Meat, and Pivot Bio. This interview has been edited for space and clarity. We can continue a little bit more. And as part of the Melinda Gates Foundation's work, we're talking the benefit of the African livestock, which means they can survive in heat and crossing in the monstrous productivity, both on the meat side and the milk side. So no, I don't think the poorest 80 countries will be eating synthetic meat. I do think all rich countries should move to 100% synthetic beef. You can get used to the
Stop
taste.
right there. Stop right
Sure.
there. Jeffrey, you're looking off stage. Did you hear what he just said?
Yeah.
What did he just say?
I could chew gum and walk at the same time.
Okay, what did he just say?
It says that he said that he wants to switch everyone in the rich states or rich countries to synthetic meat.
Exactly.
Yeah, but this is just an article.
So
you've never heard of reporters
Jeff,
misconstruing things people say?
Right. So
an article isn't a study, and an article isn't a representation of what someone's done for the past few decades. And without a fact, without a doubt, this dude has put more money into livestock than probably anyone else in the world. And you guys just seem to omit that to fit your little agenda. And like you're talking about that this trail derailment is supposed to be something that's going to make people eat more plant-based meats, but you just said that the plants are going to get dirty from this derailment. So so the derailment's only going to affect meat? Like it's like you're twisting these stories around to fit your agenda, and they make no sense. And since you guys have like this echo chamber here of groupthink, where you're just going to agree with anything Garland says, no matter what, and it just goes back and forth, and you're not ever actually talking to people like me about this that point out your fallacies.
Okay, Jeffrey.
Okay, well, can I tell you that
hold on.
a PowerPoint?
Hold on. Let me before you get to your PowerPoint presentation, let me run some.
I'm not denying that he's not doing this.
Would you wait?
Like you keep trying to,
Jeffrey.
The fact that he said this does not invalidate the fact that for the last few decades he's put more money into livestock than anyone in the world.
Just mute him if you need to talk.
For the animals, would you please let me say something for the animals? Thank you.
Bill Gates believes the wealthiest countries should switch to eating
Garland,
100%
you're wasting
synthetic
time again,
beef in
just
order
like
to
in the
help
debate.
combat
I'm
climate
not
change.
denying that he's saying this
Speaking
stuff.
to the MIT Technology Review magazine, he said that some governments would be constrained by their wealth. I don't think the poorest 80 countries will be eating synthetic beef. I do think all rich countries should move to 100% synthetic beef.
Again, this is a
You can
reporter.
get used to the taste difference, and the claim
Show
is
me
they're
him
going to
saying
make
it,
it taste
Garland.
even better over
Evidence of
time.
his
added
Show me
Mr.
him
Gates.
saying it,
He
not
noted
another
one
report.
Okay.
Show me him.
Okay.
And again, I'm not even denying that he's saying this stuff. It completely
are
is
you-
irrelevant
are you
to
not-
my
Are you,
fact that
Jeffrey, or
for
are you not
decades he's
denying
been
that
spending more
saying
money
that
on
we need to
livestock
move
than you
to
have.
synthetic beef?
He's more of a rancher than you are, dude. He's spent way more time around livestock than you, Garland. So why would you think you know more than him?
Where's your
He
evidence
owns way
that
more ranch land than you. We don't even have evidence that you own a fucking acre. You get
As if he's
triggered
a
whenever
farmer.
anyone talks about
As
the
if
size
Bill
of your
Gates
ranch,
is the
probably
actual
because you
farmer.
don't even have one.
Jason, do I
You
have
just have some
acreage?
videos of your buddy's ranch that you went out on. Like you don't. We have no
Jason-
evidence that you know anything.
Yeah.
Jason,
Bill Gates
you
owns
really
way
should
more
know how to
cattle
mute.
than you do.
Jason, tell him.
What?
Well, you and I speak throughout the day. What do you know about my time around livestock?
Yeah, currently you're raising goats at the moment. You're not really raising any cattle. There's a picture of there's a YouTube video of the drone and everything going
Yeah,
over.
that's not proof of anything. That's proof that he
Dude,
went
are
to a
you
farm
literally
once
saying that
with some
he's
kids
pretending
on
to
with
be
his
a
truck.
farmer? Are
Like,
you that desperate?
no,
Jeffrey.
I like seeing evidence. I haven't seen any evidence
Jeffrey,
that Garland does
besides
anything
Bill
but
Gates.
make anti-vegan videos. That's all I know he does. And they're full of
exactly.
conjecture and appeals to the crowd and appeals to incredulity and all kinds of stuff.
You're just
And when
using
I
big
when I
words,
ask for
dude.
evidence, you show me videos of like this video that's nothing or some reporters
What about the
account of
soy?
it.
Are
Huh?
you saying that the soy is wrong? Look. You know what? You got.
I'm not
destroyed.
getting back into everything
You
we
got
talked about right
destroyed
now. Why don't
so
you get back
much
to what
with
I
the
came
soy.
here to talk
You
about?
got
Is
destroyed
the fact
so
that
much
you guys
with the
act
soy
like
that
Bill
you're
Gates
focusing on
hasn't
Bill
spent
Gates.
billions of dollars on livestock in the past couple decades.
By the way, Bill Gates isn't a farmer. He owns farmland. Do you think that he's freaking?
Oh, but I thought you guys
guilt?
know that he's got this
You're
agenda and he's got a full
focusing
plan.
on
He
Bill
must be a
Gates.
farmer if he knows how to do this and buy all this livestock. You're all scared
You
of
are
him having
focused-
all this land. Of course he's a farmer. What do you mean? He's got more farms than you guys
JD.
across the board.
When we have to say something, you can just mute him while you're talking. So you're talking about Bill Gates. Who cares about that? That was a mention that the statistics are biased. The soy. Are you saying that it's not
Dude.
correct that the soy is made from
No,
oil?
I'm saying in order to
leftover?
invalidate
You're
someone's
focusing
empirical
on
data.
Bill Gates and the mention about bias because you know bloody well that the soy that he destroyed you with, okay? You're not talking about that, are you? You're talking about Bill Gates.
You're
This is like
assuming my diet.
2%.
Again, you guys do nothing but assume
2%.
and generalize everything about us. Oh, all these every vegan in the world does this, every vegan that, every vegan this. You show up to a debate making generalizations over and over and over again. It's wild.
Jeffrey,
You're acting now like you're a debate master, Garland. You're gonna go debate every vegan and slaughter them all because of that performance.
I never used the word slaughter, but yeah, I'm gonna destroy you all.
Yeah, right. Yeah. You got to be better than that, dude. You actually have to prove what the things you're saying, not just say a bunch of stuff and waste time talking in
the
circles.
Guy that got smashed.
And the next debate, Jeffrey, maybe you should
the debate's not over. Debates are over when concessions are made.
You sat
there were no concessions made. You don't even know what you're talking about. You don't know debate. You don't know how to debate.
Jeffrey,
your
girl
showed up with anecdotes talking about your regenerative farming, which is not what we were there to talk about.
The entire time.
You talked in circles. You talked over us. You interrupted us so much that the moderator had to stop you. The moderator had to stop you from interrupting us.
Your tummy the entire time.
Yeah, you're talking about a bunch of yummy vegetables.
The- the-
So when are we doing round
including the
2,
soy, which
Garland?
he did.
2 weeks? Round 2? On the
I don't
Crucible
care
again?
when. I don't care when.
All right, cool.
Get it
I'll
set
set
up.
it up
I'll
again.
be there. I'll
JD,
be
can you
there.
share screen again?
Yeah, what you got?
Well, I was keeping this.
I'm worried about what land JD owns because he got so triggered when I brought it up. That makes me think that he's hiding something. And he has there's no evidence anywhere on the internet that Garland owns a square inch of land. So I don't really buy it.
JD, are you sharing it?
Yes, I am.
Okay. No, it's because I can't see when I have it up. Okay. The most important is what the claim about soy was. That was the majority. I'm up to 40
No,
minutes.
it's not the most important thing in the least bit. It's the thing. It's the only thing that Garland wanted to talk about because it's the only thing that he actually had like some sort of information on.
JD, let me just go through it and present it because you're saying that we're an echo chamber. See what I did? I said, wow, that's interesting. Then I went and did my own research. So
yeah, why would you doing your own research help me when not
because
just looking at my citations would help more than doing your own research? You're supposed to look at the citations I brought, not go do your own thing. Like that doesn't make any sense.
What are you saying?
You're supposed to look at my citations, not do your own
You're never
research.
showing it.
Huh?
The problem with the Crucible, which I don't understand why each debater should be able to share screen so that the viewer can see it.
You can if you want. It's just what's his butt? Andrew's getting he's getting a little lazy. He hasn't been doing his job very well. If we do it again up there, I'm going to ask for a different moderator because he's fine. Well, aside from being super biased, he hasn't. He's not really doing a very good job, in my opinion.
Okay, so can I just 2 minutes maybe? I'll try. Obviously, I'm not doing a presentation here. I just go through the slides. Okay, this is your site. Okay, Our World in Data. So I went and I checked that site out. So over here, animal feed is 76%. Okay, of the world's soy. But if you see in brackets here, all of this is soybean processed soy cake for feed. So all of these percentages is not one soybean. It's all the leftover soy meal, soy cake. Okay, so all of this feed, okay, is not animal livestock stealing soy from all the humans. Okay,
that was never. Hey, stop. No, this is where we're really in an impasse. That doesn't matter to this argument. We're not talking about stealing from one or the other. Like the subsidies are going towards the plant. If an animal consumes that plant anywhere along the way, that percentage goes towards the animal. You guys are saying it doesn't.
No, this
because it's because someone says it's a byproduct, therefore it doesn't have the body count along with it, and it absolutely does. Just because someone said it's a byproduct, doesn't mean that it doesn't get counted as harm in any way whatsoever.
The question was, and I'll give you the answer, when he was saying if all the ruminant animals disappeared, how would that affect the soy crop? What the right answer would be is not very much, because
that's what we said.
Going for oil. It's all going for oil almost. The large majority,
that's human. That's kind of what we said. So, and on top of that, it's a speculation because you don't know what the market is going to do if the meat industry left. You have no clue. You can't speculate because that's a free market. The free market would show you what it's going to do. Speculating is just speculating, and there's no debating. There's no room for speculating in debates. Okay? Like debates are actually looking at the facts.
None of us are scientists. Okay.
But we're going on a debate show and acting as scientists, looking at our studies and looking at them, talking about them and looking at some articles written isn't evidence.
Okay,
meta studies are evidence, and you guys are invalidating our meta studies. Therefore, you have to show better studies, and you have to articulate concrete using evidence why our shit is invalid. That
I
wasn't
am
done.
using
Therefore,
using our world and
so
data.
far, our studies are higher quality than whatever Garland thought he was bringing. He brought a
Really?
YouTube video of some people shooting
Who's deciding
birds.
it's higher quality? Who's
What?
deciding? Because none of us are
It's a
scientists. Here.
meta
Who's
study.
deciding that your study is higher quality than another? Okay, this is our
Garland
world
brought
and
a
data, so
bird,
this is your
a video,
quality.
a YouTube video of a bird getting shot as a citation. Clearly, my meta studies are better than a video of a bird being shot.
Your
Don't
meta
you think?
studies.
What are you talking? Hey,
were you
Jeffrey,
trolling us when you
Jeffrey.
did that, Garland? Like, was that a joke?
Jeffrey,
Like,
what are you
did you
talking
think we were
about?
joking? Like, we weren't
Can
having
you-
a real study? So you
Can
like,
you show me the link that you're talking about?
what link?
You're
All you
saying
have
that
to-
I linked to a bird being shot? Can you?
Yeah. Yes.
Can you provide
Dude
that to
shooting
us today?
birds above a crop, and you
Can you
said that it
provide
was
that to us today,
was
or Jeffrey?
evidence
Or are
for
you
your-
lying?
what?
Jeffrey, can you provide that to us today, or are you
can.
lying again?
I can. No, you've lied so
Provide
many
it,
times. it's
Jeffrey.
not
Then
even
provide
funny.
it. Provide
I
it,
am. I'm
Jeffrey.
going to
Jeffrey,
get it right
provide
now.
it, or admit to lying again.
Garland, you even mentioned it on the
Show
show.
us, Jeffrey.
You had a
Show us.
video
Show
of
us the
birds
link.
being shot.
Show us the link, Jeffrey. Show
Or
us the link.
shooting birds above a crop. and
running
you
your
said that,
mouth,
oh, look
or
at all
show
this
us the
murder
link.
that's happening for your crops.
Show us
All right.
the link, Jeffy.
I am. I'm looking it up. Why you keep screaming like a crazy person?
Because you keep trying to talk over me like a vegan.
I'm not talking over you. I'm looking up the freaking link so I can show it to you.
So why aren't you accepting this from our world data? You're talking about your meta-analysis, but the only thing that you spoke about, okay, was this. So what I'm saying is, this is from your site, so this is not good now.
Hold on.
If you notice here,
All right, no, the
processed
link popped up. Hold on one
vegetable
sec.
oils. Are you still share screening mine?
So Garland, you said you didn't. You're saying you never sent
Shut
as a
up and put the
citation
link up.
a YouTube
Shut
link.
your mouth and put up the
No,
link.
answer the question. You're saying you never
I'm
sent a
asking
link
you
as
to
a
put up the
citation
link.
of birds
Put up,
getting
put up
shot.
or shut up. Put up or shut
You're
up.
saying you never did it.
Put
That's
up
what
or
you're
shut up.
saying?
Let's see it. Let's see
You're
the
saying
link
you
that
never
you're
did
saying
it.
was a bird being shot.
No, birds being shot.
No, you
Birds
said a
being
bird
shot.
being
Listen to you
shot.
change your story
This is
now
more-
because you
this
know
is
you're
more
lying.
Deflection on your part. We're gonna prove to the world how dishonest
Yeah.
you are.
Garland, you sent me a YouTube link.
Jeffrey,
as a
put the
citation
link up,
of a
you
bunch of hunters
loudmouth
shooting
vegan.
birds over a crop. What are you trying to say?
Put the link up, you little lap sitting girl.
Lap sitting
Okay.
girl. Wow, you really offended me there, man.
Well, good.
Well, anyways,
That's good.
Jeffrey, I'm glad that you're actually
I'm
talking
crying.
today. Um,
I'm trying.
while you're doing that, does everybody see this from Our World Data, the site that they were using?
Yes, I see
Jeff?
it.
Okay, do you notice here? Processed animal feed, biofuel, and vegetable oil. Direct animal feed. This is your Our World Data. This is the bias one that we said is biased. Okay, let's take it like you guys used it. I'm using your site. There. Here, okay? It specifically says soybean processed to soy cake and feed. So the 76% is soybean feed. That means it's not one damn
That
soybean.
was it.
Okay, and where do you get the soy cake? That's left over after the oil. Over here, look, soybeans, are they used for food, feed, or fuel? Do you see the vegetable oil level? So the vegetable oil is the most, and obviously you're going to have the processed animal feed. It's the residue.
He's not looking. He's not listening. He's not looking.
I'm looking for
Don't
your
you
link,
see me
dude. You guys are
ignoring
asking
me?
me to do 4 things at once.
I'm asking you to just look at the data that I'm using.
Well,
from
which
your site.
one? I can't look for a
Jason,
link that
Jason,
Garland's
put the
demanding
graph
and look
up
at your
there
data
and
at the
wait
same
until he's
time.
listening
Which
to
one?
you.
What do you want me to do?
Wait
Do
until
Garland
he's
first.
listening to you, Jason. He's
Hey,
ignoring
Garland.
you right now.
Hey,
He's trying to
Garland,
find a
remember when
link
you
to
said
a
I
bird.
didn't reach out to you after the debate? You
He's-
lied. You
To
lied.
me?
I did reach out to you after the debate, you liar, 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 pants on fire. Why don't you read the email I sent? It's about how you lied about me asking you about Allie on the show to have Allie in the debate.
I
You
never
lied
saw
on the show
anything.
and said I never
Did I
asked you when I
reply?
did.
Did I
You
reply?
lied. You said you never asked me to have Allie in the debate, and I absolutely did.
What
I
was my
sent you the
reply?
screenshot of me asking you after the debate. You just said
What
I
was
never
my
emailed you
reply?
after the debate. You just lied
What
about
was my
that.
reply?
Huh?
What was my reply?
I don't know.
You don't know.
Doesn't matter. I emailed you.
doesn't
You said I
matter.
didn't contact you after the debate.
Didn't you tell
Jason
Andrew
asked
that
you, did Jeffrey contact you after the debate? You said no. That's a fucking lie. You
I
lied.
don't see anything from you here.
Go look. It's right there. I'll link you right here. I'll screenshot it. Mr. Frickin' calling me a liar. You started this by lying.
You're digging yourself a hole, my
No,
friend.
I'm not. You
just
said I
butthurt,
didn't
dude.
contact you after the debate, and I absolutely did. I contacted you to call you out, sending you the screenshot where I asked if Allie could be in the debate, and you said fine. And but then on the Crucible, you lied.
I
You
don't
said
see
I
it.
didn't.
I don't see it. Where is it?
Good Lord,
Okay,
you don't
viewers,
see
the
it.
stuff that I'm highlighting,
Where is it?
the majority, 77% of the world's soy is fed to livestock for meat and dairy production. 7 is fed directly to animals as soybean, but the remainder is first processed into soy cake. Soy cake, sometimes referred to as soybean meal, is a high protein feed made from the pressurization, heat treatment, and extraction processing of soybean. The oil is extracted from the soybean to leave a protein-rich product. This is, again, our world data. So I'm using your site, okay, and it is saying exactly what Jeffrey said about the soy. I don't know why you're focusing on Bill Gates. That was like a side note, like I think that thing's biased. But I'm researching your site, and it's proving exactly what JD said. Over here, all of this is soybean oil. This is what all the soy is doing. Therefore, if you look over here, direct animal feed, that's what he was trying to say. If these animals left, it would affect the direct animal feed. All of this crap is oil. Therefore, removing ruminants has nothing to do with the destructive soybean, and that is part of the plant-based diet. It's too quiet, so I must be completely... Am I even on the stream anymore?
No, he jumped off.
Oh, he jumped off?
Yep.
Okay, well, first of all the whole thing about Bill Gates was a side show. It was just like, well, we got to take it with a grain of salt. He is supplying them.
He's back.
And it's like, fine. So did he see it?
No, he did not look.
Okay, well, did he? I'll let you guys finish with the
Jeffrey,
link.
thank goodness we can't hear you. Your mic is muted.
So there's your link to your bird shooting video that you used as a citation in a structured debate that you think you slaughtered me in.
Okay, let's look at it.
Let's look at it.
All right, let's look at it.
Let's look at it and see why you thought that would be concrete evidence of anything in the debate against us.
Okay.
Well, to be
We'll look
honest,
at it,
Jeffrey,
we'll
you
see.
didn't take part in the first debate, so he slaughtered Ali. So
No, he didn't
so-
slaughter anything. When did Ali concede? Do you know what a debate
she
is,
conceded to
Jason?
the soybean.
Do you know what a
conceded to the
debate is?
soybean.
Do you know what
conceded.
debate
Sure, I'll
is?
debate you on nutrition and
No,
health.
do you know what a debate is?
No,
Debates
I don't.
are not done until concessions are made. There was no concessions. Did the moderator
Your girlfriend
ask for
conceded to the
concessions?
seed oil. Didn't she concede? She
Fuck
conceded.
no,
to
she
the
didn't
majority
concede
of
to
the soybean.
anything. She didn't concede to
Okay,
anything.
I'll go find it. She literally said, "I concede to."
Not
the fact
a
that
single
90%
time she said concede. There was no concessions. And
Well, what was
that's
the word
not,
she
even if
used then?
even if we conceded to one argument, that doesn't mean the debate's over and you guys win. Like debates
No,
go back and forth several times. You don't win debates in the first debate. Like you guys clearly have no clue.
There's
Huh?
a series of debate. So the first one, JD.
The only time
slaughtered.
she said she accepted anything was when she said that she accepted 90% of beans are used for soy oil. Like that's the only thing. That's not a concession to the entire
Well, that's a
premise
big
we
thing.
agreed on to argue on.
If she's acknowledging that 90% is for oil, and she started out by trying to demonize us,
We're not having this.
in
We're not
relation
getting
to
back
soy.
into all this stuff.
She was trying to say, look at all the soy. All the soy is being given to the animals.
There
All
was
that
no
soy,
consent.
all
No,
those
no, no,
fields
no,
is
no,
wasted.
no, no. You're
Yeah,
miscategorizing
JD
that. Dude,
taught
see?
you guys. He
You
taught
guys can't
the
win
truth.
without changing our words around and categorizing us with a bunch of other people that aren't us. You're generalizing everything and you're
defending
miscategorizing
veganism,
us
dude.
like
You are
he did
defending
the whole
veganism,
time.
and we will treat you like a vegan.
Go watch that
You
video.
are defending
Go watch
veganism.
the debate again. How many times did Garland Farms miscategorize us and say all vegans, you vegans, all you vegans? That's like the first. That's a logical fallacy. You're supposed to understand what logical fallacies are before you get in a debate.
Okay, and you send a link saying carnism is a religion. It's a religion of
I
domination.
never sent.
and
What are
violence.
you talking about, dude?
You sent a link to in the comments to JD. and
Jake-
JD then
Jake,
sent it to me.
Mark Passio?
Yes,
I never sent Mark Passio as a citation for our debate. Are you
I
insane?
didn't say that. I said if you're
That's
going
what
to
we're
start
talking
talking
about, dude.
crazy stuff,
Dude, you
you
guys are
think
just like
you're
you guys
trying
are
to say that you're not a
pointless
vegan.
talking to you guys
sent
about this
a
stuff.
video that says
Why do you guys
that
omit all the
carnism
other
is
stuff?
a religion, and in that Passio literally says that people are so evolved.
Is that
they
me?
can
I
get
never sent that.
nutrients
You guys
from the
found that
sun.
on my YouTube. Why don't you be honest and stop lying about things? You guys gotta lie. You have to lie and generalize and miscategorize and use fallacies
Well,
and conjecture
pulled
and
it off
appeal to
pretty
the
good,
crowd.
right? Because every
You
single
guys think you
comment
won
was
because,
laughing at
dude,
you
even the
and
beginning,
moderator.
Jason, you're all, oh, it was so one-sided in the Crucible. Of course it is. It's all carnus. Like, do you know how many vegans there are in the world, dude? Of course, no vegan ever wins a debate, because everyone just
No,
claims
because
they
they
didn't
don't have
and dances
facts.
around like they didn't.
Jeffrey
You guys are so funny thinking that you guys fucking won that debate.
Jeffrey
in
Lapsitter.
1.5 hours of discussion where one guy talked for an hour in circles about not even the premise that we were
Jeffrey
there to talk about.
Jeffrey Lapsitter, can we look at this link that you provided?
Yeah,
us?
you sent this. You sent this
I
in
sent
your
this
in your
right down
link
through
to
here.
me as
Take the
your
comment from
citations
Ghost
for your
Office, Jeffrey.
argument for your 5-minute opener
Okay,
to your
Now,
argument.
earlier, you described this as a link to a bird being shot.
Birds being shot at.
No,
Birds
that's
being
not what
shot.
you
Hunter
said, Jeffrey.
shooting.
Cares about birds.
Go
Jeffrey,
back.
hey
Go watch
Jeffrey,
it again.
Jeffrey,
Semantics.
Jeffrey, Jeffrey,
Why would you send this as
Jeffrey,
your citation
Jeffrey,
in a
what you said?
structured debate, Garland? Why would you send a
Hey,
video,
Jeffrey.
a YouTube video link
Hey,
unless you had no
Are
idea
you
what
sitting
you were
in
doing?
your girlfriend's
You
lap
sent
right
me a
now,
YouTube
Jeffrey?
video link as your
Jeffrey, are you
citation
sitting
for
in
a
your
debate.
girlfriend's lap again?
You have no idea what you're talking about.
Jeffrey, are you sitting in your girlfriend's lap right now?
Okay.
Okay. What you said earlier was that I linked to a video of a bird being shot.
Birds being shot.
Now let's look at what you
Hunter
actually.
shooting birds over a crop. That's exactly what I said. And you said no.
Jeffrey,
But
are
this
you
is all
sitting
besides
in
the
your
point, Garland.
girlfriend's
Why
lap
would you
again?
answer the question?
Jeffrey,
Why would
are
you send this
sitting
as
in
your
your girlfriend's
citation
lap
in
again
a
like a little
structured debate
tutu-wearing
unless you had
tutu?
no idea what you were doing in a debate?
Jeffrey, are you sitting in your girlfriend's lap? You little thing, you
Look
little
at you.
girl.
Appealing? Do you know what that is?
Jeffrey, are you
It's
a
called
little
appealing
girl?
to ridicule. It's
Jeffrey,
not an
are you a
argument.
little girl?
You aren't smart because you're doing
Jeffrey,
it, and
are
it
you a
is
little
definitely
girl?
it's definitely
Jeffrey's a
intellectually
little girl.
dishonest.
Jeffrey's
Jeff,
a little girl, and he doesn't want to be exposed as
Garland's
the
just
liar
mad that
that
I'm
he
smoking
is.
him on his show, and he wants me
Jeffrey's
to
a
wants me to
liar.
leave. He wants me to get
Jeffrey
mad
is
and
a
leave, but I'm
liar.
not going to because nothing he
Jeffrey's
says
a liar, and that's why
matters.
he sits on his girlfriend's lap.
Come here. I'm gonna sit on her lap. Come here, babe.
Take Green Ghost's comment out because we can't
Here
see
we go.
Jeffrey.
Here we go.
Alright,
Here we go. How's this?
JD, take Green Ghost's comment off because we can't
I'm on her
see.
lap.
Jeffrey.
Yeah,
He's
you need to
talking and
see.
There's a big comment in front of
Which
Here.
comment is it?
Here you
it's
go.
like he is throwing away his credibility to the extent if you repress it, it'll say hide, or just press any comment
Yeah.
and then press it again and it'll remove it because you can't even
You
see
can't
the guy.
see me sitting on her lap. Come on.
You can't. Okay, now press that one again as if you're gonna put it and it says hide. It'll remove it.
I don't even remember what it was.
Press the last comment, anyone. Just press a new comment. It'll pop up. Repress
Come
it.
on,
It'll say
Boomer.
hide, and then right now repress it as if you're exactly again, and it'll remove it.
So where are these
Which
facts that
comment
this
are you
guy's
asking me
talking
to
about? I
remove?
haven't seen them yet. He hasn't presented me with any kind of
What word is in the
data
comment that I
at
need to
all. He's
remove?
just talked. So what are these facts that this lady's
cool.
talking about?
When JD, when you pop up a comment for everyone to see, it pops up. But the way it is now, we can't see Jeffrey and Ali because there's Lisa
Oh, okay.
B's comment. So repress that comment, and it'll say hide, and then we can see them because right
You
now
could
it's
just
like,
switch out of the YouTube, the present thing. There we
Well,
go. Look,
okay,
there
that's
we
good.
go.
All right.
I'm on her lap. She's holding me.
Okay, there
There
we
we
go.
go. There. Yeah. Can you see?
He's legitimately.
I'm
on my
legit
lap.
on her lap.
Hey,
Legitimately
easy,
on her
guys.
lap.
Easy. This isn't like OnlyFans, okay?
Hey, how come everyone we do podcasts with, they're like, it always comes
Oh,
up.
Easy now. Easy now.
That's more like it.
Yeah, you like that? Is that better? You don't want her
See,
around.
Ali comes and all the
I don't know
guys
why
start
you wanted to
behaving.
bring her into the equation.
Jeffrey, she's much prettier than you are. I wish you would just
Yeah.
move along and let her speak to us.
Okay.
No, that's not. We already spoke.
All right. Well, I'm gonna schedule the next one,
Good.
and I'll get back to you guys on that.
Okay, wait. Are you gonna be with Ali again?
Huh?
Oh no. This is I
'Cause
will.
if Ali's
step
No,
out.
there,
you guys
me and
cried
JD.
way too much about that.
No,
No,
I will
no,
not
we
be there.
teased. There's a difference between
Just to be
crying.
on the record, for the
We're
record, I will
teasing
not
you.
be there.
Damn it. We weren't.
It seems like you guys should be like warriors with this shit. You shouldn't. It should be like 1 million vegans should line up, and you shouldn't care who it is.
I don't care.
Everyone got
I don't
smoked
care.
and out of shape in the chat. Oh God!
I want
They're
Allie to come
cheating.
back. I want Allie to come back.
Of course you do. She's way better to look at than I am.
Exactly. And she's got something to say.
Yeah. All right, dudes. Well, you guys have a nice night. I'll talk to you guys
All right,
later.
see you, buddy. Bye, Ali. I should end it soon. Yeah, the vegan's gone, so I'll shut up. Yeah, I know.
I would like to too.
The vegan's gone, so I will be quiet.
Well, you can still be vocal without volume.
It's hard. It's hard.
No.
See, JD doesn't
You
know
can
how to mute the guy.
vocalize without
I don't want to
Yes.
mute. I don't want to mute.
volume. Here.
Yeah, I
don't wanna
know.
Mute him. Why should I mute him?
To get your point across, and then you unmute it, and then after you, anyways.
No.
But the whole thing that I don't understand is, okay, first of all, anybody who knows anything about what's happening, watching the World Economic Forum and stuff like that, looking at Bill Gates, what's he's saying, everybody knows that